American Sniper is directed by Clint Eastwood and stars Bradley Cooper and Sienna Miller. This movie basically chronicles the life of Chris Kyle, the most prolific sniper in American history. He was credited with over 160 confirmed kills. I find this movie to be kind of annoying and frustrating for a lot of reasons, because I feel there's a lot of elements that work in this movie, but for some reason it just doesn't pay off. And I have some obviously reasons for that, but it feels like I should like this movie more than I actually do. Let's start with some of the things that are good in this movie. Bradley Cooper and Sienna Miller both give some pretty good performances. I'm not sure Bradley Cooper should have got an Oscar nom for it, but he was good. He does a lot with his eyes, because I don't feel like the script gives him a ton to do. Also, the war scenes are very well shot. It's very steady, no shaky cam, and I really appreciated that, because a lot of directors, when they just film war movies, tend to make it very shaky, and this one was not. However, I feel like the directing didn't have much energy to it, which is something that Clint Eastwood is kind of his staple, is that he doesn't add a lot of energy to his films. But I don't think that worked for this kind of movie. It didn't need to obviously be like a happy movie. It's about war, but I feel like there's no like pace, there's no urgency to it. There's just kind of like happening. Things happen. And for a movie like this, I don't think that works. Like I said, the war scenes are really well shot, but also they become kind of numbing, because there is a lot of war scenes, and I don't think there's enough scenes about Chris Kyle as a person. I feel like we are cheated on that end, and that will come to my biggest complaint. I don't feel like I learned anything about Chris Kyle as a person from watching this movie. So this is his life, so I feel like I could talk about some of the things and not be spoilers. But the beginning, like, obviously they have the CNN 9/11 part, and then he sees like these things on TV, and he just goes and joins the military. And while that might be the reason Chris Kyle did, I don't understand the psychological reasoning behind his decisions. And I think that's one of the reasons Clint Eastwood was not a good director for this choice. But also, Jason Hall, as the writer, didn't really explain anything. And then, at the end of the movie, like most veterans, he has to deal with PTSD. And they show some effects of his PTSD, and then he gets over it. But it's such a point A to point B so quickly that I don't understand how he got over his PTSD. And it's just a problematic element, because I feel like those ends should have been longer, and you didn't need to have as many war scenes as there were. I'm not going to spoil, but the final shot of the movie is really strange and doesn't make any sense at all. Also, while the war scenes are generally well shot, I don't feel like they're making any point about war. And usually I like movies that are able to stay neutral about those kind of topics, but for a movie with a character like Chris Kyle, I feel like neutrality doesn't work. You either take Chris Kyle's side, or you don't. The thing is, the movie shows that, like, oh, he has like a different mindset on the war than a lot of his people. Then the movie doesn't decide that Chris Kyle is right to believe that, or he's wrong to believe that. And that also comes to the fact that I feel like they leave parts out of Chris Kyle's life to make him look like a better person, and that always annoys me with biopics. However, I don't think this is a bad movie per se. Like I said, Bradley Cooper and Sienna Miller are really good in it, and I feel like the directing is, for the most part, pretty solid. There's just a lot of problems, I think, in the movie's message, and mainly its writing. So overall, I'm going to have to give American Sniper a C+. I think it's a solid movie, but it does not deserve all the accolades it is getting. Of course, thank you guys for watching. I want to know what you all think about American Sniper. Sound off in the comment section below, and please subscribe to my channel. More videos are coming, including a review of Selma. So, thank you for watching.